Welcome to My Vintage Love. Today I'm going to do a follow-up video to the unboxing video that we posted just a little while ago, and I'm going to be trying on the beautiful clothing and hats that I received in that box from a very generous Instagram follower. A lot of you requested this, so I really hope you enjoy it, and I haven't gone too far into the styling for each piece, but I'll put a few little things together so you can see how my styling process goes, so I really hope you enjoy this. So the first piece is this beautiful crepe blouse from the 30s, 40s with this beautiful beading and detailing, and it's a little big on me. I haven't had a chance to tailor any of these pieces, but I still love it. I'm gonna have it tapered in a little bit the sides. I have it clipped in the back right now. I'm gonna have a little snap put right here, but I decided to pair it with a pair of black pants. I think this would look just as good with a pencil skirt as well, but I'm always a sucker for just some wide-legged pants and a blouse combination, but I really like this one, and I will definitely be very much looking forward to wearing this out and about. Next up, we have this beautiful blouse from the 30s. I really love this blouse. I love the print on it. I love the interesting cut, this little notch cut here, and of course, the sleeves. The sleeves are so beautiful. They have this beautiful just draping to them. The way they're created is made just to make this like peak to the shoulder with no shoulder pads. There's no shoulder pads in here. This is just the way the cut of the sleeves and the drape of the sleeves has created this shape, which is just amazing and so 30s. Today I paired it with a pair of high-waisted pants. Again, all kinds of options that I can do with this. Probably will end up wearing it with pants or a skirt, but I just love this blouse and I'm very excited to wear it. So next up is this beautiful corset cover, probably from the early 1900s, 19-teens, that was at some point in its existence dyed a yellow, which is very lovely. I don't know if this is my speed necessarily, but I'm sure it will look beautiful on one of my friends. I like something that fits a little bit more closely, but I think this would be great with like a boho chic kind of look, loose and flowy and comfortable. Next up, we have this beautiful black silk velvet jacket from the late 20s, early 30s. Maybe this went with a dress at some point in its life, but it's kind of hard to photograph, but it is that beautiful silk velvet that just feels so wonderful. And it has the bottom it feels like a dropped waist. And I think really the best part is these gorgeous dolman batwing sleeves. So this probably will not end up in my closet long term, but it is a beautiful, great, basic, everyday vintage piece. So next up is this adorable 50s sheer blouse. I paired it with a Merry Widow underneath, and I just love how it has this like bib of ruffles on the front and then the gorgeous ruffles on the sleeve as well. I have not actually seen ruffled sleeves on a sheer blouse, a 50s blouse, ever myself, but I think it's super cute, and right now I have paired it with a full taffeta skirt. I would actually love to put a petticoat underneath this just for full maximum sweetness impact, but I really think this is adorable, and I would hopefully will be able to pair it with a lighter colored skirt in the future. That's it for the tops, and next up are the dresses. So next up is this adorable dress and vest set from the late 40s, early 50s. I think the set is so adorable. You can see the vest here and then the dress underneath. I'll take a step back so you can see the whole thing. Unfortunately, someone at some point in the life of this dress decided to cut a big ol' hole out of the side of it. I don't know why anyone did this. I don't know why you would do that, but it was done. So I'm going to take the vest off so you can see the dress underneath. So this is the dress, and you can see that it has this adorable little red stripe and green stripe on the collar, which is so cute with the vest. And I don't know if this will end up permanently in my collection because I'm not sure if the color is right for me, but it is really cute, and I love that it still has the belt and all three pieces are still together, which is pretty rare for things to still be together all this time later. So next up is this beautiful pale pink taffeta 30s numbers, and wow, ruffles. Ruffles on the top, ruffles on the bottom. It has kind of almost flamenco feel to me. So we have these beautiful ruffles here, and then there are ruffles at the bottom of the dress as well. And you can see they go all the way around. Very beautiful. This would be so lovely for a 20s, 30s lawn party feel. I can imagine having flowers in my hair and some beautiful 30s waves, or a beautiful hat with flowers on it, and maybe some gloves. And something else I love about this dress is it has on these lovely tiers of ruffles down here, you can see that they have this netting here instead of taffeta, which would be very nice to have this netting, this kind of ventilation going on, because this kind of material can get a little warm in little hot in warm weather, so it's nice to have that little extra bit of ventilation. So next up is this beautiful dress from the 30s. I believe this is a wedding dress, just judging by the color and the cut and everything. Peak 30s, so beautiful. The cut on it is exquisite. It has this beautiful, gorgeous, huge collar, peaked all the way to the shoulders, and these really beautiful folded sleeves, much like the sleeves that we saw on the blouse earlier, that very delicate sleeve that kind of gives that natural, the construction of it gives a natural volume to the sleeves. And you can see the beautiful bias cut on it, which is so lovely. And then of course, something the 30s was known for was really beautiful backs of dresses. So this beautiful back to this dress with the buttons all the way down the back and that beautiful point coming to the bottom. And it's just such a beautiful dress. So next up is this lovely 30s dress in this really interesting, very pale peach with almost faux netting kind of fabric to it. It's very sheer, so I have a slip-on underneath, and I'm going to step back so you can see the whole thing. It's cut on the bias, and it's quite lovely, very light and airy. This would be such a good dress for a lawn party, a summer party, something of that nature. And I've paired it with this lovely hat that has the flowers in it that are reminiscent of the color, that kind of peachy color. As much as I love this color, it matches my skin so closely that I don't know if I'll keep this dress just because it's a little kind of an odd thing in my mind to have the color of the dress match the color of my skin so much. So as lovely as it is, I don't know what's going to end up in my closet permanently, but it is a lovely, lovely dress. So next up is this lovely 30s dress. Again with the ruffles, we have the high neck with the ruffle around the neck and then the ruffles at the sleeves, both of which were very popular in the 30s. There's this lovely belt that comes with it. Again, the belt with it is pretty rare, so it's really great to have. And then we have the kind of tiers at the bottom. As you can see, this is very, very sheer, so I am wearing a slip with it. I definitely need to get an ankle length, floor length slip for these kind of sheer dresses, but this one will serve its purpose in the meantime. This would be beautiful, again, at a lovely lawn party, a summer party. I can imagine wearing this with one of those matching kind of organza hats and maybe some gloves as well. So this is just a nice blank slate kind of a dress, classic 30s, and I think it's very lovely. I guess you could even wear this as a wedding dress if you like this kind of dress in the 30s aesthetic. And next up, we're going to be moving on to some velvet dresses. And now for something completely different, a velvet dress from the 40s, a totally different season. This is a beautiful dress for the fall or winter. I love this color. This beautiful deep burgundy velvet is just so luscious. Love it. And it has these lovely little cute little high neckline with the collar bow and the faux pockets. It has the matching belt, which is always really nice. Often the belts get lost. And then we have, it goes about to just below my knees, so it's a little more of a casual dress, but would be great for fall, winter parties. And next up is the pièce de résistance, the rhinestone dress. And last, but certainly not least of the dresses, is this amazing 1930s rhinestone-covered dress with train. The rhinestones are, from what I can see, basically all there. Almost none of them have dyed and are dull. It's such a beautiful dress. I wish the color were a little brighter, but it is a stunning, stunning dress, and it even has this little spot on the train for my arm/wrist, I assume, so you could dance more easily in it. I'm going to back up so you can see the whole beautiful gown. And I feel like quite a princess in this. It is quite an amazing dress, and I hope that I have somewhere to wear it to very soon. It will be amazing at a party, although I imagine the train might become tricky if I do try and walk around or dance in it. But it fits so well, which is pretty unusual for me to find a dress that fits this well, that hugs the body. So I'm very excited to have this dress, and I'm thrilled by everything in the box. And next, we're going to move on to the hats, so you can see those as well. So first up in the hats is this lovely mustard yellow, golden velvet boater hat kind of feel, and these lovely gloves that almost match it, which came in another box that the same follower sent me. They weren't meant to be a set, but I just think they look so beautiful together, and the color is so interesting. It was a little dented when it came, but I put some tissue paper in it to reform it, and it looks great now. These two accessories together, the hat and the gloves, will be an amazing way to add a pop of color to an outfit. Next up is the hat I think I might be most excited about because it is in nearly perfect condition. It has this beautiful orangey corally feathers up here and then these little ostrich feathers. The netting is in great condition, and I just bought a 1940s color block dress a few weeks ago that will match this perfectly, so I'm very excited to pair these together. And it's just so, so lovely. It's kind of everything I love about a 40s hat with the shape and the feathers and the netting and everything. It's just such a great hat. Next up is this charming little hat from the late 30s, early 40s. The label reads Henry L. Ross, and it is this beautiful brown velvet with the beading up front and these feathers sticking straight up on the side. They're quite stiff, and I picture this as just being beautiful with a brown beaded suit or a brown beaded dress, perhaps. Kind of a statement-y hat. I think it's really charming and lovely. I'll show you the sides there. And just another great little hat. Next up is another one of my favorites in this collection. It is a peak 1930s whimsical, kind of over the top with a super high peaked crown, very kind of a witchy feel, and the great colors, the black and the gold. I can imagine this going with a very statement-y kind of suit with similar embellishments and some great gloves and shoes. So I will be on the lookout for that to add to my wardrobe so I can wear it with this hat. So moving on to an adorable little winter tilt hat. This one feels like it's made out of Jeffrey cat. It's very, very soft, so it is real fur. And I really like this hat because I love a tilt hat, first of all, and it sits really nicely on the head. One of the things I love about this hat is that because of the Jeffrey cat print, it's not brown, because what happens with brown fur hats is sometimes if I put them on my hair, they just disappear. But with this one, it will still pop nicely. And on the back of the little loop that you use to make it tilt on your head, there is a little bow right here, which is really, really sweet, and then these two bows on the back as well. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the winter once things get cold again. Next up is this adorable little hat. I feel like this is a hat that I've seen the shape of in movies and pictures sometimes, but I've never actually held one in my hands. So it's this cute little hat, and it has a juniors label inside, so I think it was for younger women, and has this really funny, almost like a lima bean shape, I want to say, and these three or four little buttons on either side, and then on the back you have the two little bows. So I imagine this going with a dress with a bolero set for some reason in my mind, with a similar color. At least that's what I have going on in my head, or even like a little uniform kind of feel. But I think it's really, really sweet, and I'm kind of excited to see what I can pair it with in my wardrobe. Next is a cute, simple little hat. A little pillbox shape, feels like it's 50s, and it has this sweet little bow on the front. It actually has some netting tucked up inside, but it's all scrunched up, so I need to steam that out before I actually wear the netting down. But it's just a super cute, basic little hat. This would be great with pretty much anything. I feel like it's such an understated hat. I could even wear it just out and about in even slightly more modern clothes, or wear it with a great vintage wiggle dress or a suit. Next up is this adorable little black ostrich feather hat. This can go with anything, dresses, suits, you name it. It has this little piece here in the back and it almost looks like a little mini headband. It's really too small to be used as a headband, and it's not quite the same as a tilt hat ring, so I'm gonna have to figure out the best way to wear this hat. It's a bit of a mystery, but it is a great little statement hat, and I can't wait to wear it with some fabulous piece. And here's another one of my favorite hats from the collection, this beautiful navy blue straw hat with these gorgeous colors through here on the top. It has a hole on the top, which I assume was meant to be used for ventilation, so you could wear this in warmer months and still be comfortable, and then this great bow in the back. I suspect that this was probably part of a set at one point in its life, and maybe a bolero dress set that had matching stripes or ribbons to go with the same colors, which would have been amazing. That's just, I don't know if that's a fact, but I can imagine that in my mind that it was quite cute. So hopefully I'll be able to find a navy dress or suit that will look great and have some similar colors to the ribbon. Next up is this very charming, cute little Juliet cap with the two little black velvet ribbons here and this lovely netting, which has the little flecks on it, which is really lovely. It's in perfect condition. It actually came with the tag still on it, so I think this is fresh out of the box, dead stock, never been worn. And you can just see that it's just a lovely little piece. This would be great with pretty much anything, honestly. And I feel like it's another one of those pieces that is so subtle, I could even wear it out nowadays, and maybe even wear it a little further back on my head. So it's a little further back like that, and the netting sits a little farther back. It just appears a little bit into my hair, but I like the subtlety of it. So last but certainly not least is this piece, which came in its own little envelope and I believe is dead stock. It's netting with these lovely little rhinestones in it. When I took it out of the box, I wasn't quite sure what it was. I think it's meant to be worn as a veil. Some of you mentioned in the comments that you thought it was a snood. It very well could be. I was thinking maybe tie it around the hair like this, or if my hair was up in the back, it certainly could be tied up around the back to give that little bit of shimmer to the hair. So I'm gonna play with this and see how it looks best and how I like to wear it. But I think it's one of those, it's quite a versatile piece, so I'm gonna see how it works best for me. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to introduce you to this little nugget. This is Lady Cookie Von Snickerdoodle, our newest addition to the family. We adopted her 2 weeks ago and we already love her to bits. I'm sure she'll be making many more cameos in future videos. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the unboxing, seeing me try stuff on. Please let me know below what you liked and what you didn't like. And please follow us below, subscribe below if you haven't already, and follow us on Instagram for more regular updates, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!